And we go over here, and over here. I'll play around with this a little bit. Now then, apart from being filthy rich, being fucking old, I don't actually continuously remember where we left off, so it's probably a good idea to take an educated look at everything. Okay, we are building shit. Yeah, I mean, we can afford it. So if we can lootly, the succession clear. Or relatively clear. Alright, we actually have the multi-progenitor, which the youngest child actually gets the the absolute crown, or well, all the crowns, technically speaking, because, well, we have different kingdoms and a papacy to inherit, so those are some more titles to inherit, I would politely point out. Yeah. And I think I've managed in my time to get anyone who's not of our direct family line out of the fucking succession line, which is rather pleasant, I must say. Yo, welcome. New face, aren't ya? Well, Mia. Not much at the moment. I'm trying to remember where I left off, so there's that. Yeah, involved in a war, but our armies are not raised, which usually means that that's not something I'm taken seriously, for the most part. We're still trying to get people to be more German and more peaceful, so that's good. As for everything else, is there anything I need to deal with immediately? Why did we leave off at this point? I don't fucking remember. That's usually not a good start. We have everything full here. I'm trying to sway her for some reason. I don't know why I started swaying her. Was there a faction against me, maybe? That might be the reason. Meh. Is there anything else? What's going on in the larger... Is the Holy Roman Empire still? Yeah, it is still... a massive asshole. Okay, that hasn't changed. That is rather pleasant. Some independence faction... More people, actually. King of Bjarmaland, the Queen of Polavia, Croatia, and Novgorod. Yeah, these are some nasty problems, potentially. As for anything else... Okay. I mean, everything seems peaceful enough, mind you. As for me, my little Pope, you are 80 at this point, so not a spring chicken by any stretch of the definition any longer. Oh, right, I forgot. You were the one who was maimed in early age, and she has been maimed forever since. Sadly, you know, while you can heal from many things, you can't really, you know, heal from being maimed. A bit of a sad affair. But before I forgot, actually go over here, go over here, go over here, go here. And go like, go here, as well. Okay. Oh, the Holy Roman Empire is not going to burn. I'm missing one concubine, but I don't think it's really such a big problem. Are you, yeah, you're not of my family. And one snow chose you as life. Yes! That's why I wrote you a message beforehand, to inform you of my genius plan and welcome strategy. It's good to see you again, indeed. 5-month streak, indeed. Thank you very much, strategy. Thank you very much. That is the sort of welcome back gift I can definitely use after today, because today, from my nice little job, we had an 8-hour long? I'm pretty sure 8-hour long seminar. Riveting content, I can tell you. But yeah, I was kind of thinking that if I hear from you before I start, I'm gonna play some planes, and if not, I'm going to play some random strategy game. I decided to play some Crusader Kings, which leads me to the directly next question strategy. Tomorrow, I have half a day off? I think I have half a day off, which means tomorrow I can finally fulfill the last bit of the gacha game that you so generously paid for. Are you available? And if so, when? Do tell me and I'll see where we can meet up in the middle, basically. Now then. Actually, everything seems to be surprisingly peaceful. I don't think I had the message yet that I'm gonna die soon, so why the fuck did I save at this point? That is the other question I need to determine at some point. Because right now, you're dead. You're 43 and you would inherit, and you already have children of your own, including Magdalena von Berg and John von Berg, so... everything seems rather fucking peaceful, doesn't it? So the fact that you are the youngest of my children does speak of the longevity of my bloodline, doesn't it? Oh boy, these fuckers get amazingly old. Then we have the Middle Ages. Now, the last thing I do kind of want to take a look at is I'm in a war against the tyranny of green. That's not my war, is it? Yeah, no, I'm called in as an ally. What's this about then? Are you the queen? Yes, I'm on your side. I mean, to be fair, I am a queen slash papal leading woman myself, so I guess it makes sense that I'm on the side of the queen. And some random fucking count, at least. Oh, interesting. Interesting indeed. Well, I guess we can just... I don't think I'm going to get involved. It's not really... interesting, to put it mildly. I mean, as long as they're not managing to combine their forces, you can actually probably beat them yourself. Well, what else is going on? The Liberty War that my liege is defending. By just ally. Yeah, you're just the ally in that. Some random areas. Okay, so... Ooh, right, I forgot. The, Great Khan is dead. Or, well, the third Great Khan, if memory serves, is dead as well, which means that whole area has managed to break up as well. Good. Very good. Which means the Holy Roman Empire is once again basically the most powerful entity on the map, and we're part of it, which should be rather well. Guess we can just let time roll a little bit while I, well, deal with my pipe, of course. And well, if I get bored... Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Apparently we had a feast not that long ago. Now, you're gonna get a partner when you are like 20 or so. Who can we go to war with? Really interesting. Okay, France is a shadow of itself, still. I think Aquitaine actually got a piece from the Holy Roman Empire back at some point, because, well, we had a moment of weakness, which we most definitively do not have any longer, going off those numbers. I'm relatively sure I am your, yeah, I'm your most powerful vessel. Meaning that even if the other people in this bloody fucking construct that is the Holy Roman Empire would hate me like the plague, I don't think they could actually do that much against me. Yeah. But yeah, fun times were had today. I will give you one nice little example from what said seminar I had to engage with today, dealt with. We spent like an hour or so, actually pretty sure a bit over an hour, on the, because you know, that's the sort of seminar that you go to, well, technically speaking, the main attraction should be to get some professional tips on the good old interview and how you do a better job at, you know, portraying yourself in a positive light. Now, you would think that is actually something that could potentially be interesting. Then again, as I said, we spent over an hour dedicated to the most impressive topic of talking about person hygiene. Which is pretty much as interesting as it sounds. I mean, you would assume that it shouldn't really be that hard to understand that if the one who's supposed to, you know, have an interview with you can smell you from the other side of the building, yeah, that's probably not the best way to present yourself, let's just say. So why you would, you know, make that a topic is beyond me. Why that would be more than just a mere joke that you tell on the side, it's most definitively beyond me. Oh, you want an artifact from me? How about you go fuck yourself, bitch? So yeah, it wasn't the most riveting of experiences. I was quite literally bored out of my mind for hours on end. But at the very least, on a plus side, we now have internet again. We actually had to change some of the cables down in the little box that actually brings the internet into my house, apparently. I don't know the specifics because I wasn't really around for it. Oh, Jesus Christ, woman, you're 44, you're still getting around, eh? Well, I mean, fair enough, fair enough. Nobody says that you can't have any fun with 44. Most people would tell you that it's going to be rather difficult to get children out of that fun, but who knows, who knows. Is there any ambition I am... I should determine is the next goal. How late is it actually? We have almost 1300. Yeah, there's actually not that much left in the game, when you think about it. Should we set our sights on something bigger than we are right now? Checking still possibly. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it is difficult, or more difficult, to get pregnant and successfully deliver at that age. I'm not saying it's impossible. I mean, I've seen cases of people scratching the 50s still getting around to getting children, although, to be fair, most doctors would probably advise you against that. Let me know against the tyranny of the Crusader. Sure, I'm joining you. I don't even know who you are, but I also don't really care, so you'll probably have to suffer that yourself. And how peaceful is the country? Surprisingly peaceful. I mean, sure, some Italy nonsense, but you know, who cares about Italy? I sure as hell fucking don't. How about the Germanification of the lands? Because the Dutch still not seen the light. We still need to deal with the Rhinelanders. Sure. It's another artifact I just need to fucking destroy, isn't it? If I can, that is. But yeah, it's a shame that today was a rather disappointingly boring day. For the most part, I was just sitting there like, at least when I come home I have internet. You don't really... I mean, technically speaking, the Netherlands don't exist at this point, because you're unified under the Kingdom of Frisia, under my rule. Mind you, it wasn't me who declared war on the fucking people of Holland. I am innocent in this particular regard. I just took the crown from somebody else who already did all the work. Right. So, we can't really destroy all of this nonsense, but... yeah, everything that is not displayed can, as far as I'm concerned, get destroyed for better or worse. Renaissance. That's it. Don't really fucking care. Boop. But thanks for the basically 40 gold you gave me through the backhand. But yeah, I mean, the Dutch are technically speaking probably still around. See, I mean, Holland is still around. I don't know about that. It's kinda okay, but age of knowing. My granddaughter! Oh, I have an interesting style. A bit too much fur there, but I do like the aesthetic and the way it's going. Okay, sure, we're gonna make you into a... Holy shit, that was random. One moment I'm like, yeah, let's teach the child about the Great Horned One. The next moment is like... Pope Ulrike of Sister Papacy rests in the arms of the Lord at 81 years of age. Really no age to die. Sheltered from her internal injuries. I did not remember you having internal injuries, but enough, I suppose. A conscientious woman, she was renowned for her excellent skills as a steward and ruler. Pope Elizabeth ascends to the throne. Blessed with an abundance of friends, Elizabeth is likely to find strong support for her rule. I will find that out one way or another. Okay. Now the good thing, of course, is, since we do have a singular inheritance system at this point, We at least don't lose any fucking land every single time we're inheriting someone, or run the risk of losing any land, that is. Well, let's see here. You at the moment, are you pregnant again? No? You're scholar, which... Actually, you're in a pretty good state, aren't you? Not bad. And the inheritance right now would point towards becoming quite furry in the near future. I don't know if I agree with this particular direction, but also apparently the Pope on her deathbed had enough time to lean over and go like, "I teach you about the devil. He's awesome." At which one she politely died. Okay. Let's see. We have some problems to deal with, don't we? Especially the fact that my whole council is kind of empty, but we do have some good people for this position. We also got these positions as well, so not yet too worried. For some reason, it seems like your husband is not around. What is your husband doing? That he's not around to help us. Where the fuck are you? You're located in Aachen. Why can't you help me then, you bitch? And he's like, well, I don't really want to get involved with that. It seems like, you know, your court doesn't like me. Okay, but what's the problem with that? What doesn't need to like you? We are going to share power with my husband, I guess. I don't really want to. I kinda dislike it, actually. Well, let me say it from personal experience when playing this particular game. The British Isles are a cesspool of fucking nonsense. For the most part. It's fun if you're into some nice action, and no reason why you shouldn't be. But actually, I do remember that at some point the Kingdom of England did hold most of the lands, then they lost, and as you can see, there's a part of the Kingdom of Biarmaland, which is part of the Holy Roman Empire. I don't know how the fuck we managed to sneak something in there, but well, it worked, so there's that. Is anything in here? No? Okay, then we can ignore that one. And then we can ask for pardon. What did I to pardon you, bitch? Oh, well, topic for another day, I suppose. I'll shout you to university. Okay, who's my direct inheritor? You. And send you to university. For fucking 4,000 per... Jesus Christ, game. I'm good. Yes, I'm the queen, but I'm not made of money. Holy fucking shit. No, my kids will be homeschooled. Why? Because it's fucking robbery. Jesus fucking Christ. That is fucking robbery. There's no way in any circumstance that is a reasonable price for that. I mean, I know that, you know, university education is pricey, yes, but fuck's sake. There's a limit, you know? There is a fucking limit. As for you, have you already? Yes, you are a scholar at this moment. That is not bad. However, we would rather like to have a whole old body person. So that we can sit on the throne for the next, I don't know, 40 odd years. Long-term payment for guaranteed degree. I don't actually know, because when you go to university, your success is kinda somewhat determined by the events and how good you are at them. And that kinda determines how much better you get at your, you know, education skill. He's already 5-star. And, are you, when you're humble, honest, you're probably gonna turn out relatively well, as well, in that regard. Honestly, I don't really fucking care too much about, that particular nonsense. At least not for that cost. Because I'm still basically in the process of building up a lot of my regions, so I, you know, rather not waste my time. Let me sway you a little bit so you stop being in a fucking faction. Sure, I have quite a few vessels at this point who have a surprising amount of military power. I really don't like it. No, wouldn't it be bad if that thing, you know, suddenly died? Because I totally care about a letter from Pope Urbanus, who's of a fucking wrong religion anyway. Yeah, let's let that game run a little bit. Get some allies again. Just in case something goes horribly wrong. Shadow of a Twilight again. I don't think you're going to get even fucking close to what your mother achieved. At least not quickly. Why would I give these assholes hostages? Oh yeah, and that shouldn't actually be, yeah, I was about to say that shouldn't actually be the case, because I'm pretty sure there's not a problem there. Okay, you should be out of this relatively quickly. And just in case, we're going to start planning on a little feast to get some reputation with our nice little friendly subjects. Let's see, no. Yeah, sure. Vessels, no. Oh, those vessels leech close family friends. Yeah, sounds about right. And you're one of those who's against me, so I'm just going to quickly determine that you're going to be the honorary guest. Going to work a bit quicker than the alternative. And how about we try befriending you as well, as you're a rather powerful vessel of mine. And as far as succession is concerned, my youngest daughter of 15 years is going to inherit if I should randomly die, but, well... Actually, all things considered, didn't actually go through that many generations yet, because for the most part, most of our generations have lasted quite long. One of the potential disadvantages of getting basically a whole of body every single time. Well, whatever is indeed commendable. Well, no, you know, it's a dark cave. There would have been a bear inside that eats you, but... shall be it, shall be it. At least I can be happily playing games again. That alone already makes my existence far more bearable. Although, to be fair, I still fear for the future. I can tell you that much. Here I think the position of steward. Sure. That was a lot of construction. Let's see, yeah, we were working on the cranes. Ouch. That's a lot of fucking money, Jesus. You're not making this, cheap for me, game. 1,000 for every last fucking building, basically. Okay, now we need to set up some money again. Well, that's actually kind of the problem with the late stage building process. It is pricey as fuck. Which, to be fair, it should be. As by this point you are making, you know, like 160 fucking coins. Still though. I see those prices and you go like, you know what, that sounds rather horrible. Now we can, yeah, start upgrading all the other buildings as well. By the end you're gonna make an wholish amount of money, of course. That is, I do believe, undeniable. Which is actually pretty good. I think it's a bit more troublesome. I wonder if I can change... Do I have German as my honorary guest? Because it would partly make more sense to go for Frederica of Lombardy. Frederica, where are you? Are you even coming to my little feast? It's not. What's the other bitch again? I don't care. doesn't really hurt to have a powerful person in my back pocket through the power of, well, quite literally friendship. Of course, as the game will quite clearly tell you, as that never happened, of course, in historically terms, French have never betrayed one another, nor would a friend of yours join a faction targeting against you. Ah, that is actually, it's a good reminder. My little vessels, let me check your contract and your faith while we're at it. Just in case some of you have decided to, you know, all of the rightly demanded and mandated path. Like this bitch, for example. Good fucking damn it. I don't know how you managed to get that done, but... I suppose, good job. See, I knew there would be at least one asshole who has decided that I don't want to be of the actual right and proper faith, I'll just be a fucking bitch about it. Actually, aren't you the one? Yes, you're the bitch that is the, of Holland. We just looked at you, just recently. Okay. Further on we go. She still doesn't like me. Well, no, she doesn't like me because I was like, hey, turn your eyes upon the right and proper face of God. Let it only burn in fucking hell. And see your realm crumble. More or less. Not necessarily, I would probably just take it away from her and give it to somebody else, to be fair. Which I do kind of feel is even more of an insult than outright, you know, murdering. Another one who doesn't understand how things work around here. I cannot afford that at all. But I can afford a debt. What about time, bitch? Well, see, and that is why it's important that at least once every generations we go through all of our little vessels and make sure that nobody's trying to, you know, fuck about. Not given half a chance they fucking will. Ugh. Just a mild nuisance, Italian. Just a mild nuisance. At least I don't have to deal with the contractual obligations of every last little baron or mayor or anything else. Can you imagine the nuisance that would be? Well, that's kind of the reason why, you know, we do have a, or why the feudal system is not just one layer, because, well, one person cannot actually manage a whole fucking large swath of land. Nice. Yeah, that's not... I could realize that perhaps she sounded like a bit of a lunatic. Well, that, or very ordinary person. What did you just do? Oh, that's what you just do. Don't mind me. The other Swedish is suddenly refreshing for no good reason. Huh? It happens. I'm not gonna give you any of that. You're gonna buy and take a 20. We're gonna politely ignore that, and that seems like a bit too much work, honestly. I don't really care about that. What I would care about is building the last building. She's level 8 level the last year it is. Quite pricey though. But hey, when it's done. Ah. Good thing that is actually part of that. Ah, for fuck's sake. Immediately gets interrupted by the fucking feast. Oh well. Cheat happens indeed. And then how does it look? Are your people still in affection? Yes. And you're just barely missing enough to actually get Adolf. Well, that's a good name. For German. If we were of Austrian heritage, however, I would probably politely point out that that is probably not a good idea. Totally safe though if you are German, mind you. Alright. Quickly start to that as well. Like web. I was about to say, game, are you not willing to let me build that, or... Actually, a problem with that. Oh, have you managed to finally become a dangerous faction? Well, it doesn't look like you've become more dangerous. Okay, anything that needs some pacifying? Yes. Sadly, there's always going to be something that needs pacifying. I'd like to restore your niece, Charm Agnes from Berg. Means you're a child of one of my siblings, aren't you? Probably this one, I would assume. Yes. She's 14. Hmm. Indeed. But yeah, let's not get involved with the horrible nonsense that is fucking England. Not again, at least. Theocracy. Interesting. Being a Blanca, the drunkard of Polabia would find that very, very tempting. I mean, I'm not against that, mind you. I give my boys away like other people give away some candy, so... Not necessarily bad. I mean, that would be somewhat down there. Well, sure, why not? Okay, we have dealt with that part of the family. Now we probably never have to look at it again. You died before you could give birth anyway, so I think we have dealt with the last generation then. Pretty much exclusively. Okay. See, she became a mastermind philosopher even without any help from the university. And yeah, people are like, oh no, you need to go to university. Well, if you're in Germany, you would, because, well, you need a piece of paper that says that you're smart. Partly. I know, sounds somewhat ridiculous when you think about it, but that is how it is. Is there anything... Tomorrow I will be expecting a package in the mail, just so you know, it might be they will ring the doorbell. Won't it? And that shouldn't really be a problem. As long as you're around, we can do actually either Plains or Valheim, if you would prefer to play that a little bit more. I'm not against that. I'll leave the decision for you. I'll be around, let's see, tomorrow. I'll be at the work from 8 to 12. I'll be home at around 1. I do need to do some shopping, but apart from that, I'm basically free to do whatever I want with the rest of the day. Which means, well, footballs. But in that case, if you have no direct preference, I'd probably just go for Plains first, because I do kind of feel bad that you basically played for your gacha a while ago, and I still haven't finished that. And the first time we did some of that, you actually weren't around, which, you know, does kind of bother me. Feels like you are not actually getting your part. So I'd rather do get it out of the way. More money. Oh, very nice of you. Okay, let's see here. If we look at the success score, then you are, well, almost nice, and you are indeed inherit Or aunt, yeah, because you're the younger sibling. As for you then, little Princess Magdalena, you should be, well, we'll wait until you're 20 and then we marry you off. You never know, some of your children might die, but it happens surprisingly often. Sometimes. Usually when you don't want it to. Because, you know, if you're like, I have 20 children, I don't care if, you know, dozen or so dies. It will prove to be surprisingly, good at surviving. But god damn it if you actually, don't want them to randomly die. Now then. I have news, but a solution to fix the problem. Aha. Yeah, that the Dutch and German are becoming more similar. Well, that is indeed true. We need to teach the Dutch once more that we are the superior option, rather obviously. I don't really have many Dutch vessels, so well, yeah, let's show them that the rich German culture outdoes them at every fucking turn. That is only good and proper. What does that give me? Monthly income. More prestige? I'll take the fucking prestige. We can afford it. During my recent trip to the Kingdom of Alba. Why would you travel to the Kingdom of Alba? Oh. Be gone. I do not care about your nonsense. Why would I care about something that is so far outside of my usual realm of interest? I think it is high time that I pay homage to the king now that our own territory is relatively safe. Hire some mercenaries just in case. I mean, I'm kind of a big deal at this point. I'd rather not, well, get waylaid by some bandits or something. But for the most part, I think we are reasonably looking towards a peaceful reign, which is rare. You like me somewhat? Sure, we'll cast it down. I don't care. Technically speaking, everything is not just a heterodoxy, but an outright sin that we should see, because most of the Gaza lands are kinda, you know, Gaza-like, and we are most definitively not. Who are you? My High Almoner. Yeah. You come with me, bitch. Meh, I don't really care if you're a bit late. I really don't care. Yep, I don't care about your fucking witchcraft. I only trust my own witchcraft. Let's give some random people some random titles, mostly because, well, I fucking can. Anything else we can have? We can have a witch nurse. I mean, sure. Walpurgir Husting. Ah, yes, the Husting family. Our most beloved rival, who is not actually a rival, but more or less our murder victim for the most part. Mostly because they had some oversight on our part. At some point, actually, almost managed to become part of the inheritance line. And of course, as you can imagine, I did not take that with grace. I instead took it with quite a bit of open hatred and some hidden blades, some poison, some snakes. Yeah, you know, the usual. Sure. I'm a hunter now. I'm not really at home yet, but sure. Come inside. Become friends with me. And thanks for the gold. I'll take it. Actually, now that the great Khan has died and his great country has broken up into different areas, I think... I mean, if the Emperor is not too busy fucking around... I don't know. I mean, normally at this point in time, you know, around the 1300s coming about, it's Probably better viewer enchant, because I really don't trust the AI to make sensible choices, to put it mildly. And it's rather tempting to actually stay this and see what they do, because I don't think I ever have, well, let them. Well, rather obvious reasons, because, well, they are not to be trusted, and they are fucking idiots when it comes to some of the more complex things. You're telling me to go all the way down there. Shouldn't you be able to deal with them yourself? How the fuck did you do so fucking badly? Not that I really get much about things that are so far outside of my realm of influence. For the most part. I know, it might sound a bit cold-hearted, but, oh, what can you do? Ah, I do love that. Bombards. But I think feeling I know where that picture is from. But it is a very, yeah, it's not my most favorite interpretation of this particular character, to be fair. Oh well, can't have it all. I suppose. No, you're still the region presumptuous. So I kind of like to change that. And let's see, what are you good at? Remote authority is basically your best skill. Well, both options are kind of fucking stupid. Isn't it nice when you have two options and they're both kinda just meh? Doesn't give you a good and bright feeling for the future, to be fair. Have you? Okay, one of you has decided to stop being an idiot. It is a good start, indeed. Oh, I can get the December Palace even higher. No? I mean, bit overly lavish, but how much does this cost? 2,000? I have a thinking we're not going to get everything done here. Just because, you know, it's quite pricey. Oh yeah, 3 buildings and we are basically a poor person again. Ah, look at that. Just took over and she already managed to make things peaceful again. It does speak well for her, doesn't it? But that also has to do with the fact that you just have a lot more options available at your personal disposal once you're a bit more into the game, to be fair. And then you had it at the beginning where, well, can we actually afford that? We cannot, but we can definitely afford that. Sorry, money's been tight. We are kind of expanding on something, so I have to accuse us for not being able to pay for your rebuilding. You'll have to do that on your own. Not really interesting. You're almost up to religious icon, eh? Not bad. Now that we have some time now, we shall do all the usual. Make sure that we don't have to see any of these ugly mucks we could also do is a little bit of a pilgrimage. Well, that's pricey. And I love being a king. Suddenly everything costs an unreasonable amount more. Well, and you are indeed 20, which means probably high time that we get you out there to breed. I mean, you're in Duchy of Verona. Bad choice. I think the Duchy of Verona is one of my more powerful duchies. Yeah, I was about to say. And I would have an alliance with you. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. I tried to get one in the past anyway. Not much. Sounds good enough to me. You look a bit bruised, but I'm sure he's going to heal from that. Some point. Or another. Oh, you suck at your job. Jesus Christ. Well, they can't all be winners. And you must admit though, we have an absolute fucking mess on our map, isn't it? How the fuck does Hesse have a part here? I don't fucking even know. Germaland is all over the fucking place. That part for some reason belongs to the Duchy of Austria. Well, let's just say if I were the Emperor, this particular land, I would start cleaning up relatively soonish. That's just a bloody fucking mess. Anhalt. Split up. Westfranconia, of course. Holy poly, though. Jeez, that way it looks all nice and dandy. Nice and homogeneous and, you know, all the good shit. God beware if you actually dare to fucking zoom in and take a fucking look. France is a bit too powerful. I could deal with you, but technically speaking, you're, well, somewhat part of the family. Aren't you? Pretty sure you are. King Berenger. That's strange. I know, that's actually one of one's, isn't it? Noble house founded in 1190 AD by Queen Euphemia of Romania. Yeah, see, that's something from our family. Yeah, it's one of our houses. Yeah, knew it. Let's see, the Burg Puttlingen. Of the 50 living family members is around Ameling, also a Catted branch. 26 living members. Yeah, then those two that just, well, died out. And then there's me. I can at least claim to be the fucking founding house. And a random Cadet branch. If you're that desperate for it, I'll give you an option to go on a nice little pilgrimage. Look, I'm a nice person. Do it the pious way. But we're just gonna make this a short one. And do some zealotry while you're at it. I hope you're gonna feel validated in your life choices. I don't think that will be nearly enough to come close to your mother's devotion. Well, that's an interesting pilgrim. Not really strike me as the most devout of person, but you know, I always do say that you should not judge a book by its cover. Perhaps a personal preference when it comes to attire is no reflection of her inner, very much pious personality. could be, after all. And again, you know, we also have some running around with a fucking turban on his head, so I guess we are quite the diverse group ourselves. Sure, make it more pies. I'm willing to pay. I don't really know why it's that fucking cheap all the time, but it's rather nice. Beast. FH variety card chief. Very much so, yes, yes. Bit of a short journey, of course, but nonetheless a good one, I guess. What? I mean, she was gonna suck at her job anyway. How about the new one? You are actually fucking good at your job. I mean, I kinda don't like that you're somewhat looking the same. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to keep you outside and confuse you, but meh. That's the name and a half. A sponge on a stick. Elf, tiny penalty. You took like a Shadam. Interesting. I don't think we have any connections over there yet, so Shunny boy, how about you go over there and you know, get busy impregnating that nice lady. Thank you much. Sure, come in. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Again, it's going to be development. Oh, sure, fine. Can do this once in a while, I suppose. Okay, you took me beating you up as a reason to become a rival. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. And trying to keep his house in order. His niche queen is traced with the wrestling Kaisesio, bring shame and mockery on our family. Strange mind if you exchange all to me among the dusty meat vessels. Was there something about this scullion aunt just cannot go unchallenged? It's my liege, isn't it? My nephew and king. Your point is that your queen is fucking the emperor, and you want me to get involved and get nonsense out of me? How about you, you forgot about that, Sunny boy. I'm not going to start getting involved in it, because last time I had an actual nemesis and a whole fucking family feud going on. Yeah, I managed to kill quite a few of my family line, and I rather don't take that risk at the moment. I would like to at least have a character somewhat more suited to intrigue before I engage with that. Let's just say. Usually works a bit better if your ability to actually, you know, counter-kill people is quite a bit higher. I would very politely point out. Look, it's the new century. 1300 at this point. I mean, I guess technically speaking, we can stop swaying them at this point. It's rather unneeded. I really don't gain that much from these higher upgrades, do you know? And that's kind of saddening, isn't it? Especially considering how much money you actually invest into that. And think about it, how long will it take until that actually equals out again? The 0.0 more in actual money coming in. And then you count up until over 1,000 and think to yourself like, huh, that'll take fucking forever. Is there anything you can do? No, you cannot. I guess we can send you on a hunt. Oh, I guess problem solved itself. I was about to say, should probably something be done about the rising stress levels, but the problem solved itself by offloading the stress onto our son. Now, if that had been our daughter, I'd be a bit more careful about it, but let's be honest, yeah, it's just a son. Yep, truly heartfelt. Thank you very much, kind sir. And then another giant project that will, yeah, give me a 0.1 point increase in fucking money. The cost of over 1,000 coins investment, meaning that the amount of time until this will actually have, well, paid for itself is beyond good and evil. Probably longer than the game actually runs, to put it in very direct terms. Which means just getting the Duchy of Jülich up to fully built up is, yeah, that's not going to be simple. Can't really want to share my territory. That's because I was kind of disappointed with the last Holy Order. It has disappeared a bit too quickly from the map to be interesting. And their failings, of course, do not really entice me to do this again. That might actually be a good idea. That's a lot of money. You know what? Fuck it. We can learn this by ourselves. Why, you might wonder? Well, because we have all smarty pants. So learning a new language is actually not that fucking difficult. How about my sunny boys? Let me find you a nice spouse. Duchy of Tyrol. County of Tyrol. Go ahead, sunny boy. Countess Hotgraf, the princess of fashion. I mean, does have some rather interesting traits, to be fair. Okay, and our actual heir is just about the right age to start marrying and popping out children as well. A friend of fashion, eh? Oh well, sharp a title.